As a parent of 4 children ages 13 to 1, as a former football player and wrestler, I love to roughhouse with my kids. In their book, The Art of Roughhousing, Anthony Benedict and Larry Cohen highlight a few of these benefits and the research behind them. Instead of teaching your kids to be violent and impulsive, they boldly claim that roughhousing makes kids smart, emotionally intelligent, lovable and likable, ethical, physically fit, and joyful. In short, roughhousing makes your kids awesome. We're going to highlight 6 benefits of roughhousing with your children so that the next time your wife or husband, mother, father, or concerned friend exclaims, "Stop beating the kids," you can say, "I am trying to help them develop into healthy, functioning adults," right before you perform a baby suplex on your 1-year-old daughter. So the benefits of roughhousing. Number 1, roughhousing boosts your kids' resilience. Being able to bounce back from unpredictable situations helps mold them for life. Learning to deal with and manage minor discomforts while roughhousing can help your children handle the stresses that they're going to encounter at school and at work. As parents, our job is to help them understand what failure is and learn how to move past it, and roughhousing certainly accomplishes that. Number 2, roughhousing makes your kid smarter. Psychologist Anthony Pellegrini has found that the amount of roughhousing children engage in predicts their achievement in 1st grade better than their kindergarten test scores do. That is as a same result of being resilient, where when they find adversity or troubles with a problem, they are able to bounce past that and continue on to find the ultimate solution to the problem. Number 3, roughhousing builds social intelligence. The ability to differentiate between play and aggression translate into other social skills that require people to read and interpret social cues. Dr. Stuart Brown, an expert on play, which is a real thing apparently, says that the lack of experience with rough and tumble play hampers the normal give and take necessary for social mastery and has been linked with poor control of violent impulses later in life. In other words, the kids out there torturing cats and turning into the Ted Bundys of the world did not have this physical roughhousing to gauge on what was appropriate and what was not. And so at school, when your buddy pats you on the shoulder, that kid turns around and socks him in the face. This prevents that by knowing that this is play and this is fighting, and being able to differentiate the difference is an important social ability in life. Number 4, roughhousing teaches your kids morality. When we roughhouse with our sons and daughters, they learn boundaries and the difference between right or wrong. If they start hitting too hard, they start aiming below the belt, or becoming malicious, we can reprimand them in a controlled environment and show them an example of appropriate roughhousing behavior. We often take turns with the dominant role. So your children learn that it's okay to show compassion to those weaker than you, and to take turns, and that give and take is important for your kids' morality of what is right and what is wrong. Number 5, roughhousing gets your kids physically active. Dads have a profound impact on their children's physical health, and studies have shown that the fathers, not the mothers, but the father's activity level and weight strongly predict what their children's activity and weight will be as adults. So if you want your kids to be healthy, active, and fit, then you better be healthy, active, and fit yourself. And what better way to teach your children to live an active lifestyle than by getting down on the carpet and rolling around with them instead of watching TV. Finally, number 6, roughhousing builds the father-child bond. Roughhousing offers dads a chance to physically show their affection to their kids in a fun and playful environment. Children need and crave touch, and this gives that opportunity for them. When you throw your kids up in the air and catch them, you're also teaching them safety and trust, and that is why roughhousing is so important to your kids.